Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Reenie. This is the Enchanted planner, and today we're going to throw together, well, put together my health spread for next week. It's I put in my stuff already because I was like, oh, I got to fill in for today. I figured it would spare some time if I put these down ahead of time. Not realizing, I'm like, oh, maybe I wanted to decorate the bottom again like I did last week, but here we are. If I have to, I'll pull out the undo. I pulled out Stash. I pulled out this, and I think this is from last year. Normally I write the date on the inside of the books, but I forgot to do that with this one. So who knows where my brain was. Okay, so let's rip this off really quickly. Oop, I got a hair hanging out here. You guys really liked my lily pad and frogs spread. That was pretty awesome. I like it too. I think it's absolutely hilarious. I think it's so fun. Now, my original plan, like when I thought about this, was the tulips. And I was like, oh, let's use the tulips and all this purple stuff, right? Then I was flipping through the book this morning and I'm like, oh no, let's use these. I'm feeling the vibe of bright and happy. So I don't exactly know how we're going to make all this work, but we're going to make it work. Because these are like just way too cute. Okay, so we have some of these large like honeycomb things. I'm hoping this will work. I could probably put that one up there. Okay, so let's do that. Anyways, how's life out there in planner land? I think it's Go Wild weekend. I think. Don't count on... Actually, I think it is. I think Di said something about it being Go Wild weekend. So, oops. I need to explain why it's kind of quiet on socials. Well, maybe not. I mean, I don't know. How many of you guys are at Go Wild? You have to tell me in the comments. I'm very curious to know if you made it there, because it's expensive, like really expensive. And I don't know that it's worth it, like, especially for me, because I have to pay for everything in Canadian, which means it has to get converted over to American, and OMG, the exchange rate is terrible. What do I want to put in there? I don't know. I've got these like things. Oh, I have another honeycomb. You know what? Screw it. Let's just go full honeycombs. This one I'm going to grab my tweezers for anyways. Yeah, so I mean, I've been a part of the planner community since like 2020. And 2020, of course, with the pandemic, they canceled Go Wild. And then I think it was canceled for 2021 as well. And I'm not sure about 2022. Last year, yeah, okay, so it ran for 2022. And then it ran for 20. Oh, we need numbers. Hold that thought. Ooh, don't drop the binder. I really need to get a second binder for all of this stuff. It's getting obnoxiously full. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yes. Okay, so I think it ran in 2022, and then it ran in 2023, and then it's running, of course, this year. So I'd be very curious to see, what are the dates for this one? April 22nd, right? Yes. So we need 22. We'll do this one. I'd be very curious to see what everybody else's thoughts are on Go Wild. Because I know everybody, well, not everybody, but the people that come home and they're like sharing their swag bags and trying to create FOMO, which is, I look at it and I'm like, it's a bunch of garbage I don't really need, the majority of it. Even with the Be Happy boxes, so let's jump topic for a second. The Be Happy boxes, I don't want, like this last one, I'm not really paying that much attention to Happy Planner, but Di let me know. She's like, oh, they got a new Happy box out, you gotta check this out, right? And I look at it and I'm like, I don't really need a luggage tag. I don't really, nor would I want any of that stuff. And again, it comes down to, you are a stationery company, stay in your lane. Like, I don't know how many of you guys remember the wallpaper fiasco from a couple of years ago. I don't understand. To each their own, by all means. Like, but I think, I don't know, as a business person, like, because I've run businesses for a very long time, you know your niche and you need to stay in your lane. Because oops, I ripped my number. We'll fix it. It's all good. When you know your audience, and as such, your audience knows what to expect from you Hold on. We're having a bit of issue here. I gotta lift up that little edge. See if I can sneak these two back together. They didn't bond apparently in the process, so come on. I don't want to have to grab another 27. Okay. There we go. It's like it never happened. Okay, anyways, what was I saying? You're a stationery company. Stay in your lane. Like, as a let's look, for example, like I had a dance and fitness studio, which, you know, courtesy of the pandemic, no longer exists in a actual physical location, because yeah, I was not playing that game. Oh, hot. I gotta lose a layer. But it would be like me as a dance and fitness studio suddenly deciding I wanted to add, I don't know, cooking classes. Okay. I mean, actually, maybe cooking's a bad example. I wouldn't add cooking classes anyways. I mean, nutrition is a very good part of health and fitness, but I wouldn't add cooking classes. I wouldn't add fencing classes. Like, there's a whole bunch of things that I'm like, people, stay in your lane. You know your market. Stay, I don't know. It's just me. This is stuff I wouldn't buy. And I have to wonder if other people actually buy it. And if you do, let me know your thoughts on it. Like, is it, you love it, you use it all the time? Because there's been a couple, like if it's a happy box, it has washi stickers, a planner or a notebook or something to that effect, dashboards, I'm all game because I can use every one of those things. I don't need a sleep mask or any of the other things that they've come up with over the course of time that I've been a part of this community. I don't see, I don't know, Di is with me. She's like, I don't get it either. I'm like, nope, not for me. I'm gonna, I think, put this right in the middle. Now, here's the tricky part, because I got to line up my pages and then try not to have that happen. But here we are. So we're just gonna correct it as best as we possibly can. There. Fabulous. Okay, let's trimmy up the center, which is almost impossible here. What's going on? Hello? There we go. Had to pull out the itty bitty teeny tips. It's not exactly balanced, but like they're going to be apart, so you won't really notice it. And then I want a flutterby. Actually, let's take this group of flutterbys, and I think we're going to put them over here. I hate the amount of white on these things, but it's not going to overlap anywhere, so I'm not too terribly concerned about it. Do I want it that way? That way? You know what surprises me is that there's no bumblebees. That would have made more sense with honeycombs, but hey, I'm not the artist. I didn't create it. Let's throw that down like that because that's like super cute. Oh, there is bumblebees on the next page. Hold on. Hold that thought. Let's grab a bumblebee. Bumblebee! And we'll put a bumblebee in here to that. Because cute. Okay. Now, I do want to see if we can't get some honeycomb maybe on the other side of the page. I just don't know how I'm going to make this work. Maybe like that? Let's do that. Let's come to the edge. Throw the honeycomb down like so. And then we have these really pretty flowers, but I do want to bring, we have this butterfly. This is a huge butterfly though, like really big. Where's my wax paper? So one thing I didn't pull out immediately was wax paper because I didn't really have an idea on what I had in mind. So sometimes things just take on a life of their own. And I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. You can sit down with the best of intentions. You've got an idea in your brain and all of a sudden it just completely changes. Okay, so I think we're going to put this butterfly coming up like that. And then, do I want to go to the flowers? I think maybe I want to go to the flowers. This is going to be the fun part. Just trying to get the flowers in here without creating too much of a mess. Now, follow my thoughts here. I couldn't cut them and just have them sort of popping up out of the thing, you know, the thing, you know, the thing. But I'm wondering if I don't need to maybe see if I can't find some washi that will work to sort of create a boundary. I'll be right back. All right, we return to our regularly scheduled program. So I went and checked out, you know, there's always the color you want that you don't have. I don't have any orange skinny washi, so I was very bummed. But I do have this really bright yellow. So we are going to use the really bright yellow. And because we've done it that way, we're going to take it clear across all the way to the edge. Okay, now let's get everybody happily laid down here in the, there we go. What else was I going to talk about today? I'm trying to always come up with a couple of things I'm going to yammer on about, so we have something. And then, you know, I tend to go off script, so that's just the way it rolls around here. All the best laid plans, yeah, not so much. Okay, there we go. So one thing I don't like about the teacher planner is the rounded box situation, but I've learned to let it go because it is by far the most functional planner when we want to do things like this. Health, I mean. there was a point to that. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna maximize our volume here. I'm cutting this in half, although maybe I should have left it together. I don't know. Okay, now I'm second guessing myself. And then just cut off a bit, like a bit, because it fills the space better. Definitely fills the space better. I think we're going to do that. Okay, so let's pretend that never happened. And we're going to kind of just fake this for a second. So if we lay that like that, and then we come in with this guy and line him up so he looks like he was never cut. And then I grab my good old friend, the ruler, and X-Acto. Oh my gosh, my throat's driving me absolutely batty today. And we do that. Voila, people. Yeah, I'm happier with that. And then, I don't know, we have these little ones up here, which may come in useful to sort of fill in the spaces, but that's the wrong color, so let's try a yellow. Okay, kind of like that. And I don't want to block off the top. I was thinking about it, but I don't actually want to block off the top. I kind of wanted to leave that open because I want to bring in these bits and bobs, you know, these pieces here, to just sort of maybe fill in space like that. See? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, so let's go back to our flowers. And let's see what I have to work with. I have the same floral, or see, I really like the orange in this set. Like, love the orange. It's one of my, I don't know. Orange is always a color that I really love when it comes to spring and summer. Like years ago, I used to go purposefully seeking out like orange and yellow tank tops because it was like bright and fun and summer colors, right? But I think maybe we'll try going a little bit of a different direction. Let's see how this one's going to lay in. That's not too bad, actually. Okay, so let's place that down. And then we kind of need to make sure that that does not stick and ruin my spread. Excellent. Ew, it's kind of pretty. Okay, then we have less space to work with over here. So I do have, at least I swore I had. Oh, I do. Okay. One of these little green pieces, little sprigs that we'll bring in up there. And we'll bring this one like in down here, or actually I think that is better, but we got to cut off the tail end of him. Cute. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's really pretty. Okay, so let's see how many more stickers we can bring in. I kind of want to get a bee on this side too. Do we have a smaller one? No. Yeah, we'll put the bee up there like so. But Mr. B is going to get a haircut because this is a bit much. It's going to cut way too much into my writing space. Like, I don't generally have a lot to write in that's complicated for lunch. It's usually like, hey, I had a salad, or, you know, it's simple things, right? But I still don't want a massive amount of white around this guy for this one. Not bad. Out of all of that, I really only broke down and like cut one sticker. Much better than the days that I'm like, oh my gosh, there's white everywhere. Okay, so let's grab this guy. Ooh, he's extremely sticky. Then I can place him a little bit closer to the things. Now, we don't have a month sticker, which I can grab. Let's trim off that stuff. What else do we need, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know. It's kind of cute, and it's bright, which is like what I'm feeling. You know, the irony to it all is I think our weather is supposed to change. So like it's gonna be crappy weather next week when all of this is like bright and shiny, but you know, sometimes that works out to be extremely useful, because when it is drab and dreary, it's nice to have something that's bright and fun. And ironically, I made a mistake. I thought last week was what do you call it? Earth Day, only to realize that it's the 22nd. Like, ugh, don't ask. I think I had it confused with April 20th. And I don't know why I had it. There's something that, oh, it's 4/20 that's April 20th. I'm not a pot smoker, so none of that really matters to me. And I know I come from the place where, oh, marijuana's legal, but no, not a dope smoker. Never have been, really. Okay, I kind of love it. Like, I really kind of love it. I almost wish that I hadn't laid down my stickers, because, and they're clear too, which means I can't do it now, because it would have been nice to put like highlighter behind it and lay the over top of it. You see what I'm talking about? I used to do that a lot. And or color them on, but they're not paper, they're clear. So that's kind of a bummer. Do I really want to? No, I don't. At least at this point right now, I don't want to lift up all of them and then put highlighter behind them. So that is just going to have to stay. But yeah, that is my health spread for next week. I hope you guys enjoyed the plan with me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Ciao.